Rookie does really have an advantage on the glass, and
Yeah.
we got after there. What is your overall thoughts on this?
I mean, 21 offensive rebounds is, I mean, we missed a lot of shots, so the opportunities were there tonight, but the effort to go and get it is something that I'm sure Coach Kevin is elated about, because he's always on us about picking up extra possessions from the offensive rebounding concepts that we try to implement. But defensively, you know, holding any NBA team under 90 points is huge. And then, you know, the first game back from a long road trip is always a tough one. Time zone changes, all that stuff we talk about, like it's real. And obviously their switches and their defense hurt us, but I thought we just missed a lot of shots that we typically make. And then, you know, Chris having a career high in rebounds, that says a lot about how we played tonight. We were able to make those kinds of plays, whether rebounding the ball or getting a stop when we needed it. And then down the stretch, Chris and Jalen in pick and roll was pretty cool to watch Jalen figure out the angle of the screen and how to dive. I thought the foul out of the timeout was a huge play for us. One, we scored, and then we got to the free throw line so we could set our defense.
Other than that, to follow that up with, we got it down to 4, and then Chris did 3, sets up Cam, sets up Jalen. Again, we've seen it time and time again.
Yeah.
But just doing that once again, I mean, in that situation where you talked about Morris, he was in his mode, and then Chris answered that.
Yeah, I mean, that's who he is, you know. But I say that, and it sounds like I'm just talking, but it certainly is not something I take for granted. The team doesn't take it for granted. To play with that kind of pressure in those moments, time and time again, is really impressive. And his understanding of not just the pick and roll, but, you know, time scoring situation, when to run the play, using the clock, and then knowing where everybody is on the floor is huge for us. And the 3 that he hit probably allowed a lot of us to unpucker. So that was a huge shot. And when we played in LA with the same type of game, you know, they switched a lot. Morris was really effective, and we just couldn't overcome that defensive concept. Tonight certainly a lot different, and I thought Jalen was a big part of it. His screening, getting to the rim with his dives, and then, you know, getting his hands on balls around the basket was huge for us tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I think we've had so much thrown at us. It gives you a chance to grow as a team. We've played against blitz defenses. We've played against switches. We've played against zones. Tonight they showed a 2-2-1 back into a zone in the first half. Being in those situations allows for you to grow, and you know, you go to the film, you figure out different ways to attack it. The difference tonight was we had guys on the floor that, quite frankly, are new to the team. Justin goes out there and knocks down shots tonight. You know, Sticks, this is what, 5, 6, 7 games of him playing consistent basketball. You know what I'm saying? So that was the difference. Having those guys in those environments, you know, he hasn't been out there in clutch moments. So I think it just allows for your team to grow the more you see these different defenses. We try our best to prepare our guys, but I think for the most part, you know, having Chris and Book and guys that we have with experience in those situations really helps.
When shots were falling for both sides and the defense were playing so well, flashback on game 4 of
No, I didn't, but I do get what you're saying. That happens. You know, you're going to have, I don't know the number, but you're going to have games like that throughout the season. And the thing that I was excited about, happy about, we didn't allow missing shots to affect our defense. You know, when we can hold, like I said, any team under 90 points, you know, they still have some firepower, even though they don't have, you know, Paul and Kawhi and Zubac. They have guys that can put the ball in the hole. And I thought we did a decent job of nullifying some of the stuff that, you know, especially Reggie tries to do off the dribble. Morris had 26, but I thought our guys fought him tonight. A lot of his shots were just tough shots. And I didn't like us fouling him on his jump shots, but for the most part, he hit tough shots over a contested hand. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think it just takes time to adjust. And he's done a really good job, not just with his play, but with his attitude of just figuring out like how to be effective. You know, he doesn't initiate offense, but he's been in a number of situations where the ball swings to him and he has a live ball and now he's attacking and getting to the basket. So he's made a big time adjustment for the sake of the team. And that's something that doesn't, you know, go over my head. I really appreciate that. And I think a lot of our guys do it. You know, Mikal is case in point. I mean, he's guarding the toughest guy every single night. He may not get the shot attempts that he probably deserves, but he's just, you know, sacrificing for the team. And that's just another example of the good group that we have.
The team couldn't hit any shot, but Cameron Johnson was on the
Yeah.
that kind of carried the team in the first half with 17 points, finished a career high 24.
Yeah.
I know you said you wanted to take every shot every time he gets his hands on the ball. He looked like he's getting more aggressive on that.
I just want him to shoot and make plays. He had the one spin dribble where he spun into traffic. I thought that was the only negative play he made tonight on offense. I like the fact that he went to the basket. We tried to run an ATO for him, fake handoff, and got him to the basket, and he tried to dunk it. He got it blocked by Serge, but Serge is one of the best shot blockers in the, you know, probably the history of the game. But I just like when Cam is aggressive and attacking, not just shooting threes, but getting to the paint and making plays.
Talking about those 24 points, and obviously you have two players with double doubles, and then obviously CP3's triple double. There's something else that you liked that you saw tonight out of the team's overall performance tonight?
Just resiliency. The ability to, you know, stay with it. Even like the third quarter was not a shining moment for us. We couldn't make a shot, and I think they scored 26. Yeah, they scored 26. We had 19. We bounced back and had a 31-23. That says a lot about the resiliency of our team. I thought our energy was there. We just couldn't make a shot, and then they were attacking the basket a bit more. These games, if you looked at it on the calendar and you have a long road trip, coaches in and out, players in and out on the road trip, and then you come back and you have the Clippers waiting on you, you would think that would be somewhat of a letdown. I didn't see that tonight. I saw a jacked up Jim this morning, ready to hoop, and then I saw a great deal of energy consistently throughout the game, and that's a really good sign. Yeah. It was cool. Those guys are a huge part of our program, and it just speaks to how much they want to see the team succeed. Even when they're not playing, they're talking to their teammates. Jay came up to me tonight when they were running zone, and he helped me remember a concept play that we run versus zone. And I was like, oh, darn, I forgot about that. You know, that's who he is. He's got an unbelievably high IQ for the game, and Jay's a winner. That's who he is. That's what he's about. But JaVale was into it. DA's down there talking to sticks. Like it was pretty cool to watch. When I was away from the huddle in timeouts, I'd look back and it looked like 50 people in our huddle tonight because everybody was so crowded next to my seat. Those are things that I don't take for granted. Yeah.
Just about his performance tonight, even though it probably wasn't the best scoring night.
It was a huge emphasis for us. We feel like we can be the best defense in the league. We have to do a much better job rebounding the ball. And we've talked about completing a defensive possession with a board. And there's a number of clips that we've shown the guys the past few days about us playing really good defense for 18 seconds, and then we give up an offensive rebound to the opponent. I thought our guards, in particular, Book and Chris, Mikhail, all of our, even campaign, sticking his nose in there tonight to make sure their guy didn't get an offensive rebound. It happens over the course of the game, but we don't want it to happen because we didn't box out. I thought all of our guards did a decent job of that tonight.
And you saw Biombo today having his debut here at Footprint Center. So you have a conversation with him after the game, even though he didn't score a bucket tonight?
Nah, I think his effect on our team on the road trip and even tonight, like he didn't score, but he still had a presence in the game. I put him in a tough spot by putting him on Morris in the third, but he just goes out there and plays winning basketball. I bet he could care less about not scoring. He just wants to win. I think he just wants to be a part of a good culture and a winning program, and I hope that we've provided that for him.
Coach, I know we're not even halfway through the season. There are 30 wins at this point, considering we've been out, Henry's been out, Devin's been out, to stretch Aiden. What's that say about you guys to be at 30 and 8, considering what's going on with guys in and out, and even you missing games?
Yeah, I just think the players have done a really good job of driving our culture and adopting our system every single night. Obviously, you need talent, and we have that. We have unreal guard play, which really helps. But I think it's just a commitment to the culture and system that allows for us to play to a certain standard every night, even though you may have different guys on the floor. And our staff, for Kevin to be able to step up and take over while I was out and everybody rallying around him is huge. But it's our players. They drive the culture every single day. Our system is enhanced by their talent and their decisions and their commitment to do it relentlessly every single day. That's the deal. And I'd love to tell you that I chess piece it all the time, but that's just not the case. Our players drive the culture and system. Thank you.
Thank you.